In other news, West Asia remains on the edge. US President Donald Trump has rejected Iran's response to a proposed peace initiative, calling it totally unacceptable. Iran has called for an end to regional hostilities. UN has warned of serious global food security risks if disruptions continue in the Strait of Hormuz. DD India's Nishcha Roy gets us more.
West Asia stands at a dangerous crossroad. US President Donald Trump on Sunday rejected Iran's response to a proposed American peace initiative, reducing hopes of an early end to the conflict now in its 10th week. President Trump has called Iran's counter-proposal totally unacceptable and accused Tehran of decades of deception, while also criticizing former US President Barack Obama's Iran policy. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "I've just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it, totally unacceptable." In Tel Aviv, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Iran's enriched uranium stockpile must be removed before the conflict can be considered over, signaling Israel's hardline position.
I think it accomplished a great deal, but it's not over because there's still nuclear material, enriched uranium, that has to be taken out of Iran. There's still enrichment sites that have to be dismantled. There are still proxies that Iran supports. There are ballistic missiles that they still want to produce. Now, we've degraded a lot of it, but all of that is still there, and there's work to be done.
Iran has proposed ending hostilities across all fronts, including Lebanon, and has stressed the importance of securing regional shipping routes. Iran's foreign ministry said it had called for an end to the war across the region and the release of frozen assets abroad in its response to the latest US proposal. "We did not demand any concessions. The only thing we demanded was Iran's legitimate rights," said ministry spokesman Ismail Baghei in a weekly press briefing. He said Iran's demands included an end to the war in the region, ending the US naval blockade, and the release of assets belonging to the Iranian people, which have for years been unjustly trapped in foreign banks. Iran's supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, has issued fresh directives for the continuation of military operations and stronger action against adversaries. Meanwhile, United Nations has warned that tens of millions of people will face hunger and starvation if fertilizers are not soon allowed through the Strait of Hormuz.
We have a few weeks ahead of us to prevent what will likely be a massive humanitarian crisis. We may be witnessing a crisis that will force 45 million more people into hunger and starvation.
Amid fears of a prolonged conflict, global oil prices surged on Monday. Brent crude crossed $103 a barrel, while US crude prices also rose sharply. With energy security, regional stability, and global trade at stake, the developments in the region are expected to remain a key focus of international attention in the days ahead. Nishcha Roy's report for DD India.